Hey guys. Alright. Now you guys know about hand models?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're the worst type of people. They're the worst type of people. I feel like I should have been one when I was a child. It's something I should have, like, as a little boy, been like, oh, I want to be a hand model when I grow up. Because I was very, very lazy. You know, it's something I probably should have been destined for. Because I have this theory that by the age of like 5 or 6, your personality is basically set in stone. And everything that comes after that is just a mask of that original personality. And that inner 6-year-old that we all carry with us will show it, you know, it will show itself in moments of embarrassing inebriation or old age. Old age, for example. You know George Bush's dad, George Bush? Like when he was really close to the end there was this scandal that he was reaching under like nurses' skirts, and people were calling him this nasty, perverted old man. I have this theory that when he was a 6 or 7-year-old, back in like Old West times or whatever, like he was probably a really, really handsy kid. And I get that because I too was a really, really handsy kid when I was like 6 or 7 years old. Like I was always being told to keep my hands to myself. Like, you know, I was grabbing people's teeth and I was giving raspberries to strangers and all sorts of stuff. And none of this was sexual, you know? Like it's not reaching under nurses' skirts. Like I don't know if you guys know I don't know if you know many first graders, but they're not the most sexual people. Don't laugh at that. That's messed up. No, it's like when you okay, like I can remember the first time I ever had a boner. It was around that age. It was like 6 or 7 or 5 or something like that. And it wasn't because I saw a girl or anything that I would be proud of. It was because of a surprise visit to Barnes & Noble. And I was just a really nerdy kid who liked reading books. I still like reading books. And you know, a boner is the worst thing for a 6-year-old because you're embarrassed about it, but you're not sure why. Like you look at the deformation of your sweatpants, and you instinctually know that this is not a good look. You'll hide behind the poetry section. You might sit down. You might try to pee. You can't pee. But nothing works. Nothing works. And it'd be about a decade before anything below the belt was not embarrassing me. Even that is sort of a stretch. Because the first, okay, you know, I was 16 when I lost my virginity. That is the coolest thing about me you're gonna learn. Because the individual in question has stated that I was the second worst that she ever had. We still keep in touch, which is awful. I don't know why. Your first high school girlfriend? Yeah. But try not to look at my phone, try not to look at my notes. Yeah, no, well, the thing is, I was 16 at the time, so you gotta cut me some slack. No, I'm sorry, the notes are coming out. I did so well, too. And, okay, it was a bit of a change of subject. She was actually the one who asked me out. I did not ask her out, she asked me out, which is great, because I hate approaching women. I hate it. I would rather approach like a snarling Rottweiler than a fully clothed adult human woman. That's the thing that women, like ladies, you gotta figure out. If you make the first move, your chance of success has gotta be like nearly 100%. Like, I don't know. I feel like as males, we are attracted to the idea that something else finds us enticing. There might be some minutia to figure out along the way, but that's really it. It's like, you're interested in me? Whoa, that's great! Like, it's a shame that my roommate isn't here tonight to vouch for me, but like, I would date girls who would just walk up and say, hey, you wanna go out? I'm like, yeah, I don't know who you are, but let's go out. That's really it. And again, she can vouch for me. I dated some real stinkers through this approach. Real rotten women. Like, I'm pretty sure one of them was a rapist. I didn't know this at the time, but I think she raped some dudes. No? And I dated another one who was even worse. She pointed out that I had cuticles. Now, as a guy, how often do you think about your cuticles? You're like, oh, at the end of my finger, you know, think about it. But she was like, oh, you should really push back your cuticles. They're a little long. I was like, she's got a good point. So, because I was a handsy kid, and this personality trait that I cannot kick, I would pick and poke and prod at my cuticles to the point that they're like pulling down my fingers to the bone. And because of that, I will never be able to be a hand model. So it all comes around. That's enough.